Disappointed, of course. I felt we had them, kind of, but then we start the third quarter so bad. I don't know if we thought the game is over or what. But basketball game lasts 40 minutes. We talk about their pressure, all these 2 days that we need to be really solid with the ball, take care of the basketball. We can't be sloppy at all, and that's how they changed the game. Okay, John Brown, when they went with the cross match with our 5, and kind of changed the game. But at the same time, it's all for me. It was us being careless with the ball, trying to do too much. With 21 turnovers, it's really hard to win the game. They had 20 more shots than us, and it's basketball. And those little moments. Same with our rotations. We are not yet there on the same page how we need to be. Just too many mistakes. But in big picture, the turnovers killed us.
You had a pretty effective second quarter. What do you think went right there that you want to see more of?
I think the biggest thing was Owen Foxwell got 2 fouls, and he was out of the game. Then second half he came really blasting, harassing Parker all game, and putting pressure, and that was kind of for me how they changed the game. And we had some good moments, like I said, but still we do too many basic mistakes with the first taking care of the ball, and then secondly defensively, we have to be more concentrated, more focused, all 40 minutes.
Sam, you had a standout performance, 29 points. How did it feel out there, and how can you rally the boys ahead of this next game?
No, it was good for moments, obviously, when we were up, but it was an intense game. I think it was good just exploiting different matchups. They did a good job of putting John Brown at the 5 and creating some mayhem. But like Kop said, I think we just did a poor job of defensive rotations at times. I think we did a poor job of managing possessions, and I think we played into their hands of getting sped up and taking rush shots, and you can see that play out in the fourth quarter when we kind of let that lead slip and allowed them to get going, and we just have to be better in those areas. I think if we clean up the defensive rotations and we clean up ourselves on the offensive end as far as taking good shots, moving the ball and playing through 5 guys, then we'll turn the corner and we'll look pretty good.
All right, Chris, if you've got any questions, go ahead.
Yeah, Kop, it looked like you had built such good momentum after your last game, and it looked like you found that offensive groove, but then it wasn't quite there again tonight. Was that their defensive pressure? They want to be a full court pressure team, and they want to be a team that's forcing teams at 21 turnovers. So that's kind of something they're trying to do. Was it their pressure that got you a little bit, or was it something that you weren't doing that you did well the other night?
Obviously both. That's their identity. They really try to get teams play faster and pressure full court, try to get out of your spots, break the rhythm. And it's hard to simulate that in practice sometimes. We talk about this, these few days what we had, but the pressure what they were able to put, and then it took us out of our game, out of our flow, and they did great job on Parker, and he's our main advantage creator, and many moments we couldn't find enough advantages, and then some guys had to do too much, try to do too much, end up with the turnovers. I still felt there were many plays. I don't know if it's the focus, is it the concentration, what we missed so many also layups. Just couldn't finish few of those plays when we had the chance, and in the end, it bit us in the end, and we couldn't win. But overall, we came out third quarter, and we missed 2 times defensive rotations for what we do every day for the wide open threes, and that's it. But we keep working, we keep getting better and get on the same page.
I think you summed it up well, because it does feel like it's just those little careless things that are the simple things that seem to let you down, because when everything's clicking, you're doing so much right. I mean, those are the sort of things that are also hard to fix because you don't necessarily plan for them. I mean, how do you work on tidying up those little things? Because in the big picture, you're doing a lot of things right.
I guess it's just the reps, and every group is different, every player is different. Some players can pick up things faster, some not, and it's just about, work, getting to the gym, showing film, get on the same page, and just getting those reps in and wait until it clicks. And like you said, there are good moments when we were right there, when we had some guys doing things together, and when we get to the open court, this team is really good. But we need to still clean, obviously, some of the stuff and get on the same page in both ends of the floor.
Obviously, Brock is struggling at the moment. Are you still confident in him that you'll be able to get what you're needing from him? And how can you sort of get him to be a little bit more aggressive and involved out there?
Yeah, I'm always confident with every player who I got, and obviously how we play. It's big part is Parker, and then Brock needs to find his role in this team, and we try to get him going a few times. And it's also Brock, like I said, few of those plays when he had already his guy beat, he needs to finish the play, make stronger. Like start of the third quarter, we almost had a wide open layup. Then guy Foxwell or who was it came from behind and just slapped the ball out. And those are the small moments we can afford. But it's with Brockington, many with these imports coming from G League or who don't have FIBA experience, the game is different. The space in the FIBA basketball is different than in NBA or G League. You have to make your right decisions quicker, and of course there is some adjustment. And this to play next to Parker, us coaches, we need to try to help him do a better job. And at the same time, like I said, it's a different game. It takes some time to adjust.
Great. We'll leave it at that. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.